Surely we aren't that bad. I'll always defend you. You'll always be my guy. Quick top 5 of my personal favourite moments from those two. Obviously called up the England squad today, and everyone went mental. Right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Golden Sky. I'm Tom, and today it is the match preview for the final time this season. Liverpool against Brentford and the final day of the Premier League season. To secure Champions League officially, can we do it? Can we wrap up this hellish season with some positive news with the Champions League qualification secured? Today, we're going to talk about everything you need to know before that game begins on Sunday, and we wrap up the videos for this season. We'll talk a little bit more about the plans later in the video. For now, let's get into the Liverpool predicted 11 as always to start off today's preview. Okay, everyone, so Liverpool's predicted lineup then from me in this game is going to be Alisson in the goal. I do believe he will come in and start. He has been training apparently, so I think he comes in and starts this game. Could it be his last one? Got Jones at right back, Konate, Van Dijk centre backs with Robertson left back. Midfield, I've gone with Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai. I think they're all going to start the game. Salah on the right, I've gone Gakpo up front, and I've gone Florian Wirtz on my left-hand side. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. I don't know if Wirtz is actually fit or not for the game, to be totally honest with you. I think he's had a stomach infection, so, like, he should be all right, I guess. Maybe, who knows. Isak, bench, Rio bench, Frimpong bench, Kirkes bench is basically where I'm at with this. The attack is maybe a little harder to call than anything else. I've gone Gakpo up front. It could easily be Isak and Gakpo out here if Wirtz is not fit, or Isak is fit. He has been training with the team, apparently. But this is what I've gone with. And it's a big day, isn't it, on Sunday? Not so much because of the result. I think we're pretty much all up there for Champions League. Obviously, like I've already said at the start of the video, we do need to secure it still, but the biggest story of the day is going to be the send-offs for Andy Robertson and Mo Salah, of course. Two absolute legends for Liverpool, and Salah, a stratospheric level player for Liverpool over the last decade or so. Robbo, obviously an absolute legend, won it all at Liverpool, been an amazing player, but Salah, especially for me, this is a player who's reached heights at Liverpool Football Club that won't be matched. They just won't be. He's one of our greatest ever players, and he deserves the biggest send-off we could possibly give him tomorrow. I'm glad that he gets it. I hope Arne Slot plays him the full game. Maybe takes him off. If you're going to take him off in the 90th minute, that's the way he would want it to be, Salah. Think of when he gets subbed. He hates it. Imagine him getting subbed in the last minute. Now, there is some drama with Slot and Salah. We will talk about that later in the preview as well. But this is the team I've gone with. It's going to be a big send-off for the legends. Like I said, Alisson maybe also could be leaving after this game. We don't know. We know for sure Robbo and Salah both are. There might be some others playing their last game for us. Could Alexis McAllister be playing his last game for Liverpool after a really, really poor season? It's certainly possible. This is not me saying that I think we're going to sell him by any means in the summer, or that McAllister is suddenly a bad player. I just think he's really struggled this year. He's being used in a weird way for attributes he doesn't have. And also Curtis Jones, could it be his last game? We've heard rumours of Italy being interested in him. We've heard rumours that Slot isn't that keen. Could it be his last game for us as well? That would be a massive shame in my eyes if we sold him, and a big mistake again. But let's see. Like I've said already, we are pretty much qualified for the Champions League now. We need a huge goal difference swing between us and Bournemouth to not finish in the top 5. So that would mean Bournemouth win and we lose by a combined swing of 6 goals. I think it might even have to be 7 because we've beat Bournemouth and they've beat us. I don't know if that's what it goes to, but we won 4-2 and they won 3-2. I don't quite know if that matters. I don't know the tiebreakers and stuff, but I think it would have to be by 7 goals. I mean, surely we aren't that bad. Surely we can't lose this one 3-0, can we? Like, we have to. It might be on goals scored with Bournemouth. I don't know who's scored more goals, us or Bournemouth, but hopefully it doesn't matter. Hopefully we just get a result here and we can all collectively forget about this season, which has been one from absolute hell, hasn't it, guys? It really has. I mean, the motivation to talk about this team, to be involved with this team, to watch football in general has been so low for me recently. Arsenal have won the league. I barely even batted an eyelid, to be honest. United are going to finish above us. I barely even batted an eyelid. I'm not bothered. And I love football so much. And that they've sucked this joy and life out of the game for me this season. Watching Liverpool it's quite sad. So let's go at this last game. Let's do it one last time. And hopefully we can get through it and forget about it and have a better year next year. Will Slot be in charge? That's a different story. I'm sure we'll talk over the summer about that plenty. The videos won't stop. But obviously the preview review videos will slow down. No tactics review video this week, as I simply just did not have time. And also no motivation to watch us get thrashed by Villa, which we did. It was so poor against Villa. Hopefully it's better here to finish off the season. Will it be Arne Slot's last game in charge? Who knows? If Mo Salah had anything to do with it, it might be. I want to quickly just go and look at Salah's comments about Slot before we talk a little bit about Salah and Robbo some more, because they were pretty scathing. If you haven't seen them, you must have been living under a rock. Even I've seen them, and I'm not online anywhere. But let me show you what he said. Let me talk you through my thoughts on Salah's comments. Okay, here we are then. This is what Mo Salah put on his Instagram after the defeat to Villa last week. So I'm going to read it out for those on the podcast. But this is what he said. I have witnessed this club go from doubters to believers and from believers to champions. It took hard work and I always did everything I could to help the club get there. Nothing makes me prouder than that. Mo, I love you so much, my friend. I love you so much. You're the main guy. I always will love you. I've always defended you. Always, since you've been here. I defended you in the new year when you went off against Leeds. When you kicked off after that game. I'll always defend you. You'll always be my guy. You make me proud. Us crumbling to yet another defeat this season was very painful and not what our fans deserve. Look at the choice of words there. Crumbling to a defeat. I want to see Liverpool go back to being the heavy metal attacking team that the opponents fear and bring back a team that wins trophies. That's the real, that's the golden nugget from this statement. That one right there. That is the football I know how to play, and that is the identity that needs to be recovered and kept for good. It cannot be negotiable, and everyone that joins this club should adapt to it. Winning some games here and there is not what Liverpool should be about. All teams win games. Liverpool will always be a club that means a great deal to me and my family. I want to see it succeed for long after I have moved on. As I've always said, qualifying to next season's Champions League is the bare minimum, and I will do everything I can to make that happen. So, what do we think? What are our takeaways from that? Well, I'll tell you mine. First of all, I couldn't agree any more with anything he said in this statement. The one that's being picked out is the heavy metal line. I mean, that's clearly like a dig at Slot's football style. We've seen him do that in his interview with Gerrard when he said he was also playing right back this season. He's clearly not happy with the style of play this year, and neither are we. So I don't see any way how any Liverpool fan can disagree with that, to be honest. It's been shocking to watch. And that's a clear sign of like calling for change, calling for Klopp's style back rather than Slot's style. That we'll address what Slot said about that in a second. This little bit here about identity that needs to be recovered and kept for good, it cannot be negotiable, and everyone that joins should be able to adapt to it. That's quite scathing to me. That's him saying that the new lads maybe, or the newer players, haven't upheld the standards that maybe he, James Milner, Jordan Henderson, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson Becker, Andy Robertson set at Liverpool. You know, Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, that team, Fabinho, what a team that was. Gini Wijnaldum, they all deserve a mention. So that's quite worrying. And then I saw people criticising this, especially Jamie Carragher criticising this, and it's no secret Jamie Carragher doesn't really fancy Mo Salah. Now, he might respect him as a player, he might think he's a great player, and he has been, you can't dispute that, but he certainly doesn't see eye to eye with Salah all the time, Carragher, does he, in my opinion. I think he has a bit of something out for him, and he said that Mo Salah, again, is more Mo Salah FC than Liverpool FC, and I just don't agree. Salah is an arrogant person, especially in the footballing world. I think he's very humble outside of it. I don't know him personally to say that, but I think in a footballing sense, he's arrogant, he's confident, he's self-assured, and I think that's why he's been so good. But I don't think this is a statement in any way to benefit him. This doesn't benefit Mo Salah. This is him desperately, in my opinion, trying to claw for change while he still can. As he's going out of the club, he's going to go out kicking and screaming, saying, we can't accept this. It's all about the fans. Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe he's deluded me and he's got me on board. But him saying things like, Liverpool will be a great club, but it means a great deal to me and my family. I want to see it succeed for a long time after I've moved on. How is this Mo Salah FC? This is all about Liverpool, talking about what the fans deserve, talking about helping to get Champions League, a competition that he won't even be playing in for us next season. Talking about not what Liverpool should be about. Mo Salah understands the club. He understands the fan base, the city, everything about this club he understands. And how you can say this guy is not Liverpool Football Club first is, I just think it's wrong, personally. I think this statement was yes, it was maybe a grenade in a dressing room that didn't need any more grenades, but he's trying desperately to fight for clearly something that he believes will benefit the club. And I can respect that 100%. And if you disagree with him, I don't really see how. After you watch those games recently, the Villa game, it's a disgrace. But Arne Slot had something to say about this, and Arne Slot said, I'll read you the quotes from the presser. Something he said was, you are assuming, you say that he wants to play that style, meaning the heavy metal style, and you say it is not mine. It isn't yours, Arne. It isn't. Before we even get into the rest of the quote, your style is not heavy metal. Your style is like elevator music. It's not the same. There's no debate there to be had, my friend. Have you watched us play this season? I'm sorry. It led to us winning the league last year, my style, which Mo was happy to play. We both want what is best for Liverpool Football Club. Little dig back at Mo there. Mo's happy to play it. We won the league last year. A fair thing for Slot to say in his own defence, to be fair to him, but the football we played this season is way, way, way behind what we played for 3/4 of the season last year. Our team this season brought the title back last season. We would like a challenge for that next season. This is my take on it. Okay, fair enough. Has my style changed? Football has. I said this many times, you're not the only team on the pitch, and football has changed. I see this every single game. I know 5 to 6 years ago, Man City versus Brentford might have been 5 or 6-0 to City. The league is now so strong. We need to compete and also play our brand that the fans want to see, and I want my teams to play. So he's there again, having a dig at the Premier League this season for being more and more about set pieces and long throws, which I hate so much, but that's the way it's been. You've got to adapt. He's saying, we're not going to adapt. I want to see my team play a certain type of way, yet we take long throws now. We didn't at the start of the season. All our goals come from corners or set pieces. We don't stand out. We're not a nice team to watch. We're a horrible, horrible team to watch, and I just can't get on board with these comments from Arne. But that's my take on it. That's all I'll say. Make up your own minds what you think. I think I already know what you all think. Leave it in the comments below. Who do you sort of... I don't want to say who do you stand with. I don't really need you to pick. It's pretty obvious. But just let me know what you think about those comments. Right, let's go back to the actual preview. But before we do anything else, what I wanted to do was just... By the way, Mo Salah won his 29th Player of the Month this month for Liverpool. This month. Last month he's been here, 29th Player of the Month. Before we do anything else in the preview, we just talk a little bit about Brentford quickly. I wanted to do Mo Salah and Andy Robertson's combined top 5 moments at Liverpool Football Club. Let's get into that next. Right, we'll come back to the big screen then for this. And like I said, it's going to be Mo Salah and Andy Robbo's combined top 5 moments for Liverpool. So I thought do a quick top 5 of my personal favourite moments from those two and put them into one list. Let's see what we got. So for me personally, at number 5, my 5th favourite moment from either of those two is when Andy Robbo shoved Messi in the head at the start of the Barcelona 4-0. That, for me, was an amazing moment to look back on. It really set the tone of the game. It showed everybody what the mission was that night. It showed Messi, who is a player I love and adore and admire, and I will be supporting Argentina in the World Cup as well for Messi. But it showed him, you're not here for an easy ride tonight. Lionel, we're gonna show you what's what, and that epitomised Liverpool that night and Robbo's attitude, and it really encapsulated everything that he's about. And I just love that moment. We obviously went on to win 4-0. That was amazing, but that little moment from Robbo is just exactly for me what I will remember Robbo for in my mind. Those little extra bits that just he had the personality and the character to drag the team to play that way. I think that's amazing. That was my fifth favourite moment. Just a great moment. Bit of a funny one. Number 4 is not really very funny, but it's sort of a double. I'll be honest, it's a bit of a double one. But it is at 4th for me. It's Salah's goals against Man United, and specifically the hat trick at the 5-0 at Old Trafford. One of the best games I've ever watched in my entire life. Beating United 5-0 at Old Trafford with Ronaldo playing. Just an unbelievable experience. Yes, we beat them 7-0, and that was great as well, but we were crap that season. The 5-0, we were good. We absolutely destroyed them. They'd all left Old Trafford by the first half. It was unbelievable. Were we singing Ollies at the wheel? I think we were. It was just fantastic. Or was it 10 Args at the wheel? I don't remember. What a moment that was. Salah's hat-trick. And then I've cheated a little bit, and I've also said the goal at Anfield to make it 2-0 against Man United when he held off Dan James from Alisson's kick and scored in the last minute, and that made us all realise we were going to win the league when that one went in. What a moment. I remember the ground looked so amazing. The sky was all a funny colour. It was just a great release, and what a moment. Some amazing goals. I had to put Salah's record against United in here. The most he's ever scored for us. The most ever scored in that fixture is by Mo Salah. Okay, at number 3, my third favourite moment from either Robbo or Salah is Andy Robertson's run against Man City. You knew this one had to be in. This is my favourite Robbo moment at Liverpool. The run, and what I'm talking about, if you don't know, is that press he did at Anfield against City when we beat them 4-3, when they were this almighty, all-conquering team, and we beat them, smashed them. I mean, they got it back to 4-3, but we were 4-1 up when we were on the rise, and Robbo does this press from left back all the way to the right wing, and it still wasn't a foul, by the way, when the ref gave a foul. It was the moment that Robbo really became beloved, I think, in Liverpool fans' eyes, and he really wrote himself into Liverpool folklore at that point. It's an iconic moment, and again, it's the spirit of Andy Robbo. It's what he's been all about at Liverpool. It's all effort, all passion, all the time. And what a moment it was. A really, really good moment. It's funny how Robbo's moments are also quite humorous in a way. That's my number 3 on this list. My number 2 on the list, we're back to Salah. Again, I've cheated. There's just too many good Salah moments. I have put 2 in again, but they happened in the same week. You could summarise this as the week where Mo Salah was undoubtedly the best player in the world, and that was when he scored the solo goal against City, which most people have as their favourite ever Salah goal, the best ever goal he scored at Liverpool. It probably is the best goal he ever scored at Liverpool. And then he followed it up a week later with the solo goal against Watford, which was quite similar, to be honest, but just obviously Watford and City, very different opponents. But that week, Mo Salah was clearly the best player in the world. I don't think there was any debate at the time. And I remember feeling and thinking how cool it was to know that we had, at a time, the best player in the world played for Liverpool. That's something when I was a kid I used to dream of, like watching Ronaldo at United as I was growing up, or seeing Messi at Barcelona or something like that, and just thinking, wow, I wish that we had a player like that who could be considered one of the best players in the world. And to have it was like amazing. It just felt so cool. They were amazing goals. And he obviously scored so many, but those 2, I think, especially the City one, really do stick out as amazing moments. That said, for me personally, my number 1 favourite moment from Mo Salah, it is a Mo Salah favourite moment at the top spot, is a goal he scored in the Champions League against Man City at the Etihad in the early days of Liverpool Football Club with Mo Salah. The chip to make it, I think he made it 1-1 at the Etihad, and that basically secured us into the next round because they needed more goals. We actually went on to win that game. I think Firmino scored, but That chip from Salah, and he sort of gets the ball, plays it to Mane, and Mane goes through. Ederson kind of comes out a bit, and then Salah just gets onto it, and the composure he has in that moment to just chip the ball over. I think it was someone sliding for it towards the goal, and he chips it over, and he just stands there in front of the Liverpool away end with his arms out, and the blue flare was on the pitch, and it was just such a magic moment in my eyes. It's like a moment when I think of Salah, I think of that goal. It's just perfect for me. And that is my favourite Mo Salah moment at Liverpool Football Club. Let's very quickly talk about Brentford, and I mean very quickly, just read out their team and give you a few bits and pieces about them. The second part of the preview, and then we'll do Super 6 to finish off. Okay, so you may have noticed I already left Brentford's team on if you're watching on YouTube. That's because I don't have all that much to say about Brentford, to be honest. I'm not going to bang on about stats or whatever at this point. It's the last game of the season. Let's just get through the team. So in the goal, Kelleher, I've got, obviously, former Liverpool player. I've got Coyote, Vandenberg, Collins and Lewis Potter making up the back four, with Yarmoliuk, Jensen and Damsgaard as the midfield three. Damsgaard ahead of the two behind him. Got Django Utara on the right-hand side with Kevin Schade on the left, and Igor Thiago up front, nominated for Player of the Season, by the way. There is no position for Jordan Henderson, obviously called up the England squad today, and everyone went mental. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments if you care about England at all. I do not. That is Brentford's team, and to be honest, this is a must-win game for Brentford. They are not on the beach by any means. They are very firmly in the city. They need to win, because if they win, they might qualify for Europe for the first time ever, I believe, which is kind of crazy. They are just behind Chelsea at the minute. I think they are level on points. So they've got to come to Anfield and try and get a result. And, you know, they beat us last time around this season. It was the start, really, of what was to come. They smashed us. And that was one of our 20 losses this season in all competitions. That's a record that matches the record we set in 1992-1993 under Graham Souness. So one more loss would be an out-and-out record, I believe. Let's hope that it doesn't happen here. Brentford have only won one of their last 9 away games, so surely we don't mess this one up, right? Let's go do Super 6 to finish off today's video. Right, final Super 6 then of the year. We have not been successful so far. Maybe there's one lucky week at the final week of the season. Palace against Arsenal. Arsenal are the champions, unbelievably. They are the champions. Maybe there's a bit of hangover here. Means Palace probably score one. I'll go 2-1. I think I agree with the admin there. To Arsenal. City against Villa. Villa hangover, definitely. Yeah, I think this could be 3-0 maybe, or 3-1. Let's go 3-1. West Ham, Guardiola's last game as well, by the way, leaving after 10 years. Big changes next year in the Premier League. West Ham Leeds. This is the relegation battle right here. West Ham and Spurs. Who's going to go down? I think West Ham get a result. I'm going to go 2-1 to West Ham there against Leeds. And Everton, Spurs. Well, Everton always let you down, unfortunately. They aren't going to do the funny thing. I think this will probably be a Spurs win. I'm going to go 2-1 as well to Spurs, I think there. Liverpool against Brentford. I think we win. I think Brentford probably score, though. Do we win? Maybe it's a 1-1. Is that my heart talking there? Possibly. I just don't think 3-1. And then I don't know if we'll win 2-1 like all the other games. I will go 2-1 though. Let's just go 2-1s all around. And then Brighton v United. United are on the beach, really. Brighton need a result. I'll go with a Brighton win then. No, let's go 1-1. Let's go 1-1 there. And we'll go 5th minute, as per usual. One last go at this Super 6 for the Premier League's final weekend of the season. Alright then guys, that is going to do it for today's match preview, the final one of the season. And if you did enjoy it, please do click that like button. We are trying to get to 35 likes. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers. So if you are new and you haven't done so already, click subscribe to the channel. Podcast listeners, 5-star rating and reviews. You all know what to do. It's been a pleasure making the previews for you all this season, guys. I really do hope you have enjoyed them. I will talk more in a video after the season's finished about the plans for the summer and next year and things like that. But until then, I'll have the ratings on Sunday for you all. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll speak to you on Sunday night. Have a good weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.